Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today, once again, we are here through our official verified Facebook page of Uchago Foundation Bangladesh. And today, Bangladesh has completed 92nd days coronavirus. Like coronavirus is prevailing in our country. It's 92 days. So, in this time, all the social workers, all the volunteers, as well as working in all around the country, especially the volunteers of Uchago Foundation Bangladesh, Bangladesh Police, Bangladesh Army, Bangladesh Coast Guard, and all the persons that who are working for the COVID-19 patients, like our doctors, our nurses, our medical technologists, our medical assistant, doctors, all they are helping the COVID-19 patients as well. So our today's show, Meet the Social Heroes during COVID-19, is dedicated to all the heroes that who are working for the COVID-19 patients and to save their life and to save the family, and they are trying to save our country. So we have a very special guest today from Bangladesh, SK Kanta Reza. She is the founder, president of Center for Women and Environmental Security. Ma'am, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, how are you doing today, ma'am?
Doing good, especially I should say, still I am not infected. So Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's a blessing for us in that pandemic situations who are not affected till now. They are really very lucky.
Yeah,
We are lucky. Okay, so ma'am, firstly, I'm gonna ask you the question. Like you are a founder of a foundation,
yeah.
and what sort of activities your foundation is doing during the COVID-19?
Basically, it's a voluntary organization for environment and the women. But you know that physical involvement is totally restricted nowadays. We can't go out, we can't meet people face to face because of the social distancing, because of maintaining the social distancing. So we need to do it through online, like consulting with people who are facing problems, trying to solving them with some the help we can provide, like linking up with doctors, linking up with hospitals or the services we know, blood banks, etc., especially for pregnant women. And you know that Amphan striked Shatkhira a few days ago. So I live in Shatkhira, and this organization is basically working in Shatkhira district. So we are trying to provide help to the affected people in the southern part, the most southern part near Sundarban. So this is the thing we are doing, and the basic thing is raising awareness, uh, giving people positivity, mental support, and the basic thing to do in Corona if you are affected or if you are not willing to be affected.
Yeah, like this is a disease, but whenever you are affected by any disease, any sort of disease, the mental help, the mental support is needed to all of us. So you are
Yeah,
doing a great job.
it's a
Like,
best
but
it's a basic point, I think.
yeah, because we are disease, you can't avoid it. Maybe
Yeah.
today, maybe tomorrow, maybe we are gonna also affect it. But mentally, we need to stay strong. Mentally, we need to be more effective than any other time. So, ma'am,
Yeah,
it will sound like
yeah, basically
it
we
will
are
sound.
following that. We have heard from some corona affected people that they are saying the first 24 hours of affected by corona is the most vital ones, because it will show how you will pass your other days, because you need to remain positive. You need to take it as a disease, a common disease like flu or something, and please don't lose hope. These are the opinions of theirs. So we are trying to follow them and telling people that please don't lose hope. We have immunity, I think the rather than the other countries, the people of Bangladesh have more immunity. So the rate still is low. I think if we maintain some positivity practice and eat and drink the food we are being suggested, so we will be okay. I think most of us.
Okay, okay, thank you, ma'am. Like, yeah, immunity is it's a really very important thing for right now. Immunity will prevent you to get affected,
Yeah.
and mentally we have to strength. We have to be more strength than any other time. It will sound like a personal question I have to you. Like from your childhood, as far as I get the information from your bio, like from your childhood,
Yeah.
you are related to social activities.
Yeah.
So as a kid, when you were a kid, as a kid, oh, we have the plans that we have to play all the time, we have to watch movies all the times. But from the childhood, you were related to social activities. From where you get your inspiration?
Okay, then come to the root. It's all about my father. He is a social worker basically, and he basically works with the culture, and he's the secretary of Colorado Public Institute, which works for all the social works, sports, cultural things. So I have been raised up with all of this, and my father always taught me that if you are saying any social imbalance, you have to work for it, and you have to raise your voice, and nobody will come for solving that. So if you raise voice, then some people will get the positivity, so they will come and join you. And if anyone is not joining you, then please think that this journey is all yours. And I follow these rules very much. Like from the childhood, I know I knew about some kind of politics things, some kind of the rituals things, and the basic causes behind our lacking in the socialism. You can say the people of Shatkhira. I live in Kolarwa, Upazila. So here people are educated. They're not illiterate. They're educated, but they act as illiterate people. Some of them. So my father tried to solve the problems, and I joined him. After that, I tried to do it by myself. So it's all credits goes to my father.
So we are really very grateful and thankful to your father that
Mm.
he inspired you a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So but you are now you're a student in the Dhaka University Department of Disaster Management,
Yeah. Yeah.
and your foundation is working to save the environment. So how do you think, like in 2020, how much we are successful to collaborate and to work on that issues? Like you are saving the environment and you are related to the department that you are reading is disaster management. How much we are successful?
Mm, basically, if we say about 2020 that we are not successful, the nature itself is successful. If we try to save it, I don't know what happened or what will happen or something, but the nature itself has regained all the powers it had. This corona period is somehow a good period for nature to regain its beauty. you know the dolphins are being seen in the Cox's Bazar, and the
Yes,
red
yes,
crabs are being seen.
especially the
Yeah.
pink dolphins. I see them. Yeah,
Yeah. I have never seen them in my life, like my life. So it's a
I
very
was not
amazing
sure.
thing. Yeah.
Yes,
It's an amazing thing. And if you see if you see the fields, the roadsides, you will see green all over, all everywhere, all over the roads, the roadsides
yes.
basically. And I love to see green. So I will say that the thing we did in the last few years, or or more than a decade or 2 decades or something, the nature regained its beauty within some months. So So I think now is the time to think again that how nature can do and how cruel we are and what should we do.
Okay, like ma'am, as you mentioned before, that you are living, your hometown is in Satkira, and
Yeah.
Sundarban is a great asset for the people of Bangladesh. And recently, the cyclone Amphan has hit on there.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
don't you think that we tortured the nature mass, and now everything has a compensation? Like we tortured the nature already, and don't you think that the nature is giving revenge, is taking revenge with us right now?
Mm, uh, Basically, it's a complicated thing. I still don't know about these things that are happening that the nature is giving or taking revenge on us. But I can say that we have tortured a lot. We have tortured a lot. And when you are torturing your boundary wall and it becomes somehow weak, then it has nothing to do with you, but you will be affected. So Sundarbans is our boundary wall.
Yeah.
We have devastating it. We are devastating it, and it has become weak. So if it itself do nothing, we will be affected. And the climate is changing. The temperature, you see, we felt cold till March this year, which is an uncommon
Yes,
thing. And
and
nowadays,
it's really very,
yeah, yeah, in March
yeah,
we had quilt on our beds, so it's very unusual in Bangladesh,
yeah, it's
especially.
very unusual and very uncommon, and it's really very uncommon for me,
Yeah,
for all the peoples of Bangladesh, maybe.
yeah. So you can see the thing. The climate is changing, and we are changing so fast for not adopting that. We are changing for our own purpose. Everybody is thinking about his or her own, but when you are thinking about others, at least your family members, you will do good. You will do something good. You will try to lessen the carbon. You will try to save the nature. You will at least uh, plant a tree, at least one. These are the basic things we should do. But the point is, I would like to add, if you missed, I saw some photos of Shamnagar Upazila today, Nebu Bunia village. It just made me cry because people are starving. People has no place to live on. They stayed on the dam, and the dam broke again and again and again, and we are not trying to do any sustainable thing there. you know I am a student of disaster management, and it hurts me when I say I hate researches, because researches don't always make any good thing. Not always. Some researchers only found out the damn thing or bad thing or something, but it does not develop anything. So Shamnagar is the hub of research, but there is no development there.
Okay. Uh, but like your foundation is working for the women. So what's your steps? What's your, as you mentioned before, that for the situation, because we have to maintain a social distance, you are we each and everyone has to maintain a distance physically. So now we are in 2020, but still we have to fight as a women. We have to fight for for our rights and for our existence. Why we are that much backward till now? Like we are in 2020. Don't you think that it's gonna be very much pathetic for us that is still women's are the victim, and in the COVID-19 situation, the domestic violences has increased a lot. So what's your opinion on that?
Um, am I audible still?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm having some internet issue, but I will answer all of that. You see, like charity begins at home, like peace begins at home. Okay, when you are trying
Yes,
to
you are correct.
when you are trying to keep peace everywhere. You have to keep peace in your heart and the people close to your heart and your family members are the best ones. But Bangladesh is such a country where we always try to dominate the weakest, the weakest. When a husband is dominated by his boss, he is trying to dominate his wife because he has been dominated and he can't tolerate that. They think that I am subordinate to my boss and my wife is subordinate to mine. This thinking has to be changed. And we are just trying. Still, we are so little and very fresh, but we want basically to give the wives not not to be violent. Please think that you are not a subordinate to your husband. You two are a parallel thing. Your family runs on the parallel duo, like the rail lines. The rail itself is the family, and you two are the line, the parallel thing. They somehow don't meet at the end, but they have to do things parallelly. So we know family problems are very root, and some people don't want to talk about their family problems, especially wives, that they don't want to shame their families. But now is the time to change. At least trust someone. We have so many legal ways. Legal ways does not mean that we will break your family. We will try to solve that. This is the basic thing, and
Yeah.
we are trying to do that. And The question you told about domestic violence is somehow domestic violence is related with depression, with economic sector and education sector. So if we work with these three parts, I think the domestic violence will be demolished one day.
Yeah, like as you mentioned before, that we are educated, but we are behaved like we are not educated. Literally, we are educated. We are going outside. We are having the Chinese food, sitting on the restaurants. We are watching English movies, but still we are, our mentalities are not that much developed. Like women are always treated like as subordinated, as you mentioned
Yeah,
before,
yeah,
and they are not only subordinated to their husband, but also she has to subordinate to their father-in-law, mother-in-law at the same time. And even if you are a working mother, you are a working wife, you have to take care of your family, your kids, your husband, your father-in-law, your mother-in-law. But you are making money, but still you are not that much ordered.
yeah.
So, ma'am, what your foundation is going to say? Like, what would you like to say for the pregnant women during COVID-19?
Oh, it's a very important issue. I was about to mention that some after some time, but you have already asked it. That some days ago, I have talked with our honorable MP that how is the condition you are looking, because he is very active in observing the areas and he is moving here and there and he is working day and night. So I have asked him that what you have watched about this corona situation. He said that I will be awakened till 3 a.m. tonight because one pregnant woman called me and asked me please be present because I maybe I will have my delivery today and maybe I am not getting my treatment. So from that day I thought that this is the time we have treatment but we are not getting it. People are not getting access to the hospitals, especially pregnant women and the village doctors,
Pregnant women,
the
yes.
village doctors, yeah, the village doctors and the health department workers. Those are not willing to go anywhere because of their own safety. So we try to give some telemedicine help to some pregnant women in my area, They have asked for suggestions, and I have some doctor friends in Dhaka and other parts of the country, and I gave the number of them, and they talked with them and being helped by them that what to do and what not to do, and basically the women who are just pregnant, they have just came to know that they are pregnant. The problem is they need to have a regular checkup, because we know another important issue is the rate of miscarriage has increased in Bangladesh nowadays. Many people are having miscarriages, so they need to check up every day when they should have a baby, how the health condition would be, and we are trying to give them help by someone who has faced a miscarriage and the thing they did, and they are trying, please do not do this like this, because uh, basically we can't do anything better than that, because we are not doctors, but we are trying to acting as a media to contact to having the contact between the patient and the doctor.
Yeah, like a few days before, I was watching the news is coming through the televisions, like the mortality rate of mother and the mortality rate of the newborn babies is increased during the COVID-19 time. Like some of them are getting scared, and for their own security, they are not going out of the hospitals, and the C-section has really very decreased in that time.
Yeah.
Normal deliveries are increased in the during COVID-19 time, but the mortality rate has been already increased at the same time. So it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah. The
frustration.
reason, sorry, I'm interrupting you. I will like to add that the reason behind this, I think, some babies need to be kept in incubators after their birth, and their mothers need oxygen, and we are lacking behind oxygen cylinders. We do not have enough oxygens in our hospitals. ICU service is not good. Some days ago, I was working almost all the night to provide a baby in the ICU, because no ICU was attending him. His father was crying over phone. I called some powerful peoples I know, some army men, some government officers, and some of them tried, but no hospital was willing to admit her. She was a baby, and she had a very bad problem. She was not a corona patient, anyhow. She had a kidney problem, but she needed to get admitted in the ICU, and the child ICU is totally different from the adult ICU, and around like trying for 5 to 6 hours, we got an ICU very far from their residence, and somehow we managed that. So the babies are facing the most, and the parents who are the parents of the newborn baby, who are the newly parents, they are the devastated one.
Yes, and it's gonna be very much painful for any newly born babies, and it's really very, very much pathetic for the father and the newly mother. Like they
Yeah.
are, even she is not physically okay. She is not physically okay, and at the same time, she is having the crisis of his or her like her baby's life. So it's gonna be so much pathetic. And what we see over the news and through the newspapers in the medias, we have the news each and every day. Like if you are not corona affected, you are not corona suspected patient, even then you are not getting that much support from the hospitals. Like first you have to show the report that you are not corona affected. You have to show the certificate first. You have to show the report first. But
Yeah.
if you are not getting affected, if you are not affected, so how who is going to who is going to the hospitals to have their test? Like I'm not still, for the bless of Almighty, I'm not still affected by corona, so I never went to the hospitals to have the certificates. So the newly mother, newly father, they are not also corona affected, and they don't even go to the hospitals. They don't have that the certificate that they are corona negative. But whenever they are coming in the very crisis moment, like now it's the time of my delivery, or it's my I need oxygen. The hospital authorities are demanding for the corona certificate that you are negative.
Yeah.
And it's really very pathetic for us. It's really very pathetic. So, ma'am, it's all about our surroundings, our environment, our families, our socially. We are so much disturbing right now, but don't know how long it gonna be stay, how long it gonna be situated for us. But even then, we have to live, we have to survive for ourselves, for our family, and for our society also. But let's come to your thing. Like you get the opportunity to the state tour. What's that?
Yeah.
And how you gonna
Uh,
enjoy this? And
yeah, it was an awesome thing happened to mine still now. That I visited India in 2018 as the sixth batch of 100 delegation to India. The name of it is 100 delegation youth delegation to India. The people who are watching, I would like to ask all of you to visit the page of High Commission of India in Facebook. You will know all the information you want. Now I am telling that it is a government provided tour, state tour, which gives you the opportunity to visit two states of India as a state guest, a government guest, the guest of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, by the High Commission of India, and Her Excellency is working on it. As we applied more than, I think, more than thousand people for our delegation. We submitted our CV, and in different categories, they have selected, they have shortlisted basically 200 people, and from 200 people they took Viba and verification, of course, because you are on a state tour, so your background is very important. If you are related with any anti-social works or something, you will not be able if you are a very talented one. So it's not a problem of them. So still now we are the first batch who visited Honorable Prime Minister of India. In no batch before us or after us has got the opportunity to visit Honorable Prime Minister of India. We spent a very good moment with him, and we also visited the uh, then Foreign Minister is late Sushma Swaraj. You know, all of you. She's not with us. She's no more, but she was an awesome personality. So it was a very good tour. We visited Delhi and Mumbai. We visited Navi Mumbai, we visited Pune, we visited the Taj Mahal, we visited the Mumbai Gate, we visited the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. Everything, every dignified thing, and it was an awesome journey. So anyone wanted to do like this kind of tour, it's totally free. I'm telling you, there is no cost of application, there is no cost of the tour. You will not have anything to spend by yours. Everything will be provided. You will be resided on a five-star hotel like a foreign guest, and you will have proper securities. You will have good places to visit. So please, the youths between 18 to 30 and working on the cultural things and social things, please apply.
okay, so our audiences, our listeners who are listening to Kanta Reza ma'am, please apply for this. She's encouraged us a lot, and
Yeah,
it's really out of free of cost. So free
yeah,
of
it's
cost,
it's
you
totally
can
free of
travel.
cost.
If it's totally free of cost, so apply for this, and you can travel the world. Like, and you can be treated as a foreign guest, and you will get this
Yeah,
security and five-star hotels. Oh my God, it's gonna be a very good opportunity for us.
yeah,
So, ma'am, like as a female social activist, like as you know that today we are getting our live through the official Facebook page of Utsago Foundation Bangladesh, and our chairman of this foundation and our general secretary of this foundation, they are guided us a lot But what would you like to say for our female social activists and the female volunteers of Utsago Foundation Bangladesh?
Uh, it's not about only Utshargo. I will ask all the female volunteers or social activists that please be on your own style. It's a very good thing to be on your own, because you are owing to a foundation or an organization. It's okay, you have to abide by them, but you have to work on your own style. First, determine why are you joining the organization. Why do you want to do social works? What do you want to change? Because the female workers are very much deprived in our society. People don't have good looks to us. They don't they just justify us with a bad perception. So be a personality. You have to be a personality of dignity, and people must say people must say that, yeah, look at her. She is a social activist. She wants to change the society. And please don't do anything for any certificate or any recognition, because social activity is not about recognition. You are changing the society, you are changing people. This is your recognition.
Ma'am,
So people
I'm
with,
sorry. I'm sorry
yeah,
for
please.
interrupting you. Uh, some of our volunteers and some of the organizations, they're running after the award. Like I'm just working, so I need a reward. I
Yeah.
have to be on the reward. I So what do you think? Like socially, you are serving the people. So reward is how much important is it?
Reward is important then when you are actually doing something dignified, because you are working, maybe you are working with an organization for more than 5 years, but you have not done anything remarkable in your life. Then you are not worth to be awarded. But yes, you are worth to be inspired to do something for the reward. Reward is something, sometimes it's very important to make people positive for their works. But please maintain the reward worth to the position, worth to the work the worker did. Because when you are giving a gold medal to a people who has just completed his 5 years, just going in and going out, the people who is working for 2 years but giving his full will be deprived, and he will lose his motivation. Please give the worth people the worth thing. Reward is indeed important. Reward is important for the people. Like Utsharga Foundation did a very good thing. I think it happened in this year. The Shebi Milon Mela, I think the thing happened.
Yes, yes,
It
we
it,
did it.
it,
We
it,
did
it
it.
was a good thing. I was there. It was a good thing. But thing is, people should get reward for what they did. And people should know that they have done something remarkable, not by the judges, by the public. When public is saying that, yeah, this people has done these things, he or she has changed my life. I was attacked by my husband from the last 10 years, and for the last 10 years, and this woman, she saved me. She changed my perception, she changed my outlook, and now I am an independent woman. If someone said that, please reward the person she mentioned, because she worth it.
Okay, ma'am, I'm gonna add something on with you about Uchago Foundation Bangladesh. Like our chairman and our general secretary has done a lot of social activities, and during the COVID-19, Uchago Foundation Bangladesh has distributed more than 10,000 of sanitizers, hand
Yeah,
sanitizers, sanitary pads among the slum dweller female. They are serving cooked food. They are serving dried food. They
yeah,
have a food package in on Eid al-Fitr. But and some of our volunteers, they are staying still apart from their home, apart from their parents, to do their social work. And some of our volunteers are staying in Dhaka. And even then, even in the Eid ul Fitr, they don't even go their home. They're staying with us. So, ma'am, we are really very privileged and blessed that you joined us today, and we are so much inspired. People like you, like as a woman, you are traveling the world. You are working in your country. You are inspired the people. You are an inspiration, and maybe you are a
Thank you.
mentor to our women. So all the best for today, and please pray for us. Pray for Uchargo Foundation Bangladesh,
Yeah, of
and
course.
hope to
And
see you soon.
yeah, thank you for inviting me. It was totally my pleasure to be here with you. You are such an energetic lady. Thank you so much for giving me this host. And I wish all the best to Chorgo Foundation. And I dream of a common platform where all the social workers, all the organization will do good for the country of their own way. So let's hope for the best.
Okay, ma'am, and already I'd like to invite you for our next Sechashebi Milon Bella.
Yeah, I will if I'm available then.
Okay, if you are available in Bangladesh on that time, of course you will join with us in Sechashebi Milon
I
Bella,
will
and
join.
I'm
Of course,
really
I will.
eagerly very waiting to see you, and
Of course, I will.
I'm really eagerly waiting to see you.
Thank you.
I'm eagerly waiting for you and to see you physically.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Okay,
We'll
ma'am.
meet soon.
Okay, okay, okay. I love it. I love it.
Allah.
So, like we are passing a very bad pandemic time. It's a very crisis moment for us, for all over the world. It's not happening to the people of Bangladesh already. Uh, all over the world, there is a crisis moment. But please treat the patient. Please treat a COVID-19 affected patient gently. Maybe he or she is your mother, your father, your own sister, your own brother, and maybe tomorrow I'm gonna affect it and you are gonna affect it. So please stay with us. Please stay Uchargo Foundation Bangladesh, and please stay connected with our Facebook page. Allah Hafiz, and hope for the better tomorrow. Thank you joining with us.